As I mentioned earlier, the teams do an excellent job. I know one year the Chargers, they did the anime, and it was just absolutely off the chain. So, according to schedule, shouts out to Jameis Winston, right? The Cleveland Browns have the hardest schedule this year in the NFL. The hardest schedule. The Cleveland Browns, a team that has been struggling for quite some time, has the toughest schedule. And then following the Cleveland Browns, you have the Baltimore Ravens, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers, you have the Houston Texans, Green Bay Packers, New York Giants, and Buffalo Bills. Now imagine this, right? You spent the entire offseason. Let's just say you're the Baltimore Ravens. You spend an entire offseason putting together one heck of a roster. You know, Lamar Jackson, your leader at quarterback. We've seen him have MVP NFL seasons. And in addition to Lamar, you have now Derrick Henry in your backfield. Now you lose key pieces on defense like Patrick Queen, and you miss out on guys like that. But for the most part, I think the Baltimore Ravens has enough weapons defensively to regroup. And I also mentioned the New York Giants. No Saquon Barkley, right? Saquon Barkley is no longer a Giant. He's in Philly. And we will talk about Philadelphia here momentarily as we go down this list. The NFL releases their schedule tonight, and we're talking 2024 strength of schedules. But for New York, you have a superstar, Malik Neighbors, there. Kind of puts you in that Odell Beckham mind frame. You have a capable, I think that's a decent word to use right there, a capable quarterback in Daniel Jones. Is he one of the best? Didn't say that, but capable, yes, he is. If you're just hopping in your vehicle it's lunchtime, you can make your way over here to 1635 Barataria Boulevard at Small Sliders right here in Marrero, baby. We have National Sliders Day today. So if you do download, you can go to your Google Play. You can go to your Apple Store if you're an Apple user like me, and you can download the Small Sliders app. Download that Small Sliders app, and you will then put yourself in position to get a free slider, straight up. Now, it sounds very delicious, right? Imagine lunchtime, you just need that little midday fix. Come on over here and get your free slider on us. Now, you do have to download the app. Please don't pull up and say, hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm here for my free slider. These lovely individuals over here that work in our kitchen so gracefully are going to ask you, okay, Mr. or ma'am, could you show me your Small Sliders app? You show us at the window the Small Sliders app, you also get you a free slider. Now, keep in mind, in addition to the free slider, once you have that app on your phone, you're cooking with hot grease, baby. Hello. And what I mean by that is, once that app's on your phone, you won't have to wait all day or all night for your food. Like if you just want to pull up here to Small Sliders and get you let's say for instance a number 2, you're gonna wait about 15 minutes. The line's packing up right now over here. It's lunchtime, baby. You're gonna wait a decent, give or take, 15 minutes. But with the Small Sliders app, right? Put your order in. It has your location. They'll start making that thing. As soon as you pull up, you'll have yourself a nice fresh bag of your number 2 biggie. And they do that. They do that in a special way here, right? They don't spend time where they don't cook the meat before and put it under a heat lamp. They actually make it fresh on the grill for you at your order. So enjoy that. Getting back to this 2024 strength of schedule, I want to carry along. You have, and of course we're going to highlight the LSU Tigers like we just highlighted. Malik Neighbors, right? Jacksonville Jaguars at 51, 512, there we go, .512. And, of course, there's a couple more teams going down to that same percentage of win, tough schedule. You have, after Jacksonville, the Las Vegas Raiders, New England Patriots, Detroit Lions, LA Rams. Right now we're approaching the middle of the pack. San Francisco 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Jets as well. Now, out of that bunch of teams, you do look at a team like San Francisco, Dallas, and really pay attention to how those teams' divisions also shaped up as well, right? You look at the NFC South, the NFC East with Dak Prescott, you're going against a uber talent and Jaden Daniels twice a year. Not saying Jaden going to hit it out the park this year, but, I mean, within your deal, you have that type of quarterback. You still have Jalen Hurts over there, right? The only one you're not really tripping, really have to trip off that much is Daniel Jones. But like I mentioned earlier, he's capable. So in a division where things are starting to shape up a little more, that's something we definitely want to pay attention to. In addition to that, I look at it from the perspective of the remainder of the schedule, and I start thinking about the Cincinnati schedule, Washington. Now we're towards the middle, bottom pack of it. Now, this is interesting. After Washington, they have they have the Vikings, no Kirk Cousins. They do have J.J. McCarthy. They do have one of the better wide receivers in our game in Justin Jefferson, LSU Tiger, St. Rose. Shouts out to all our St. Rose listeners, right? So I look at that from the perspective of the Vikings having an easier schedule, but then you have the Chiefs having an easier schedule. Now, Tarek, if you remember, shouts out to Tarek too, producing on the set. It's a new time for us, so we're enjoying coming in on this one. You remember yesterday I was talking about the AI-generated winners of the Super Bowls to come? Like Chuck, they did it all the way to like 2033. Man, Kansas City was on there. Not today. The strength of schedule is released. Look how you expect Kansas City to have like a Baltimore Ravens type strength of schedule, right? No, they're the lower percentage teams. As we wrap here, I'm going to continue to talk about a couple of more teams here that I think are positioning themselves pretty good. You have the Kansas City Chiefs, we mentioned them. Now after that, Denver Broncos, Indianapolis Colts, Philadelphia Eagles, and then you have the Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks, Miami Dolphins. Now get this, y'all. The New Orleans Saints have the second most easiest schedule. Now y'all know who last, huh? Y'all want to take a stab out here? Who y'all think has how y'all doing? I hope y'all enjoying y'all lunch over there. Who y'all think has the easiest schedule this year in the NFL? Football. We have the New Orleans Saints. We have the second easiest. Atlanta Falcons.
I knew you was going to say that, Fade.
The Dirty Birds. The Dirty Birds have the easiest schedule. So if they suck this year, and that's probably why they were able to draft the way they wanted to draft, right? They can get a little schedule. Kirk Cousins can, position himself to have a great season or a mediocre one. The schedule is that easy. It's Inside the Trenches special edition, man. We're here celebrating National Sliders Day. Y'all come through between 2 and 5 today. Get you a free slider showing us your Small Sliders app. Y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about the New Orleans Saints schedule next and talk a little bit of the release of the schedule. It's Inside the Trenches, baby, right here on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM. Hello. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite Wright. Watch out there now.
Come on tonight. You can check us out between 6 and 8 p.m. tonight. We have our show, but we have Small Sliders have their National Sliders Day, and you can come here between 2 and 5 p.m., have fun. You can bring your kids. I know some of the kids will just be getting out of school. Y'all could come right, or slide through, should I say, right over here at Small Sliders Marrero, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. We're going to have dodgeball. We're going to have frisbee toss out here. We're going to have the cornhole toss. I'm pretty good at that. Anybody want to come and challenge me? I'm taking on all bets. And a little bit of that as well. In addition to that, we have some footballs out here too. I was like, man, Rick, I gotta grab some footballs and bring them out here just to throw around here. So y'all make sure y'all bring the family on out. Everybody who has a cell phone that can download the Sliders app, and you can show that to our great workers over here at Small Sliders. They will give you guys a free slider on us right here at Small Sliders. So the big conversation today, and welcome all of our listeners to this special edition of Inside the Trenches Small Sliders Day edition. When I saw, because we talked about the Saints' schedule when they did like a release of the teams we're going to play. But now that the locations, the times, the networks, and all of that's being released, it kind of makes me think in regards to, wow, how bad is the schedule? Well, if you look at it like this, you got to look at it, teams like Cleveland. We don't know, right? They didn't really have consistency at the quarterback position due to injury with Deshaun Watson. They didn't have a Jameis then, so they were one of those middle-of-the-pack teams. Then they have the teams in the division. So we know off top 6 games are going to the division. So you take 6 games off of the schedule, and you're left with, in those 6 games, it's the 2 times with Atlanta, right? We don't know what Atlanta is right now. Like, it's I don't want to say dissension in the quarterback room, but I'm going to call it insurance. I think that's a proper word. It's some type of insurance that's going on right now in that locker room that's needed, right? And you start to look at Carolina, a team that's still developing. You have a young quarterback in Bryce Young. He has a lot to learn professionally. He had a big jump. I mean, a huge jump playing for Nick Saban, playing in the SEC. But I think it's important when you look at a guy like Bryce Young, the new weapons around him, they're reshaping that team, starting at the offensive line. Like they got Miami Dolphins former offensive lineman Robert Hunt, probably one of the bigger names in the NFL free agency this offseason. That was a big gift for them. They needed that veteran in the locker room, and Carolina also needed more protection, proven protection for Bryce Young, right? And then you look at a team like Tampa, which is probably a team that's one of the bigger contenders, should I say, or in this division of the NFC South. Baker Mayfield's back. You re-up, should I say, Mike Evans. So now your receiving core is still solid. You do exceptionally well in the draft. I mean, even let's in full inside the trenches form, you handled business last year bringing in a guy like Kalijah Kancey on the front line, like Aaron Donald 2.0. So, you look at those 6 games. And then you go outside of the division, L.A. Rams, they're a capable team. They go to Dallas, right? We don't know, as much as Gus clowns me about Dallas, we don't know what type of team this Dallas team is going to be in this new refound NFC East, right? It's an NFC East, y'all, that has now Dan Quinn, who spent some time as a head coach and had done a lot of winning in the NFL. He's not a head coach at Washington, right? You look at, okay, how can I say this? Jaden Daniels, I'm going to stick to my guns on this one, could very well be Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. He has one of those years, we're in trouble, right? You don't know what type of Philadelphia team. The last, if we look in a magic ball, right, and we look at the past 4 years, the Philadelphia Eagles has been to the top of the NFL, right? Went to a Super Bowl. The tush push was just in rare form, right? The tush push, boy, you couldn't stop the tush push, right? But Jalen Hurts was putting together one of those seasons, and then they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. But they've always been a team, so we don't know what type of team Dallas is going to be, right? Fast forward a little bit, they do play Kansas City, strong team. LA Chargers, new head coach. You have Coach Harbaugh there. I say you have a Justin Herbert. Oh, well, they're in the AFC West with Kansas City, and we don't know what type of team the Broncos are going to be with their new lineup. I do think, sidebar here before I get back into what this LA Chargers team and look at, and for our folks who are just tuning in, we're looking at strength of schedule. We just checked that out last segment, and then we're like, okay, we got to talk about the New Orleans Saints' schedule since they this far down. Why do they have it like this? Why is it such an easy schedule? But, that's what we're talking about right now. And y'all feel free to chime in. You can actually call us. I want to say, our lines are open, 800-998-1003. Feel free to call us. We're just looking at the big news today. The biggest news today is National Small Sliders Day. Be here from 2 to 5. But the second biggest news today is the NFL is releasing their schedule. I think that is something that's worth talking about because the New Orleans Saints has the second easiest schedule according to the release of the NFL this season. That's a lot of pressure, which I don't mind talking about that next. So y'all call in 800-998-1003 because if we remember correctly, last year's schedule was fairly easy. Had a big excuse. Derek Carr was hurt. Derek Carr just got to the team. Team trying to figure this out. An identity deal. I mean, we've heard that out the players' mouth. Alvin Kamara himself said, hey, we're in search of an identity as a team. Right? So now, okay, year 2, Derek Carr's in the saddle. Now we look at how this team could really shape up the right way. So just back to the Chargers. We'll see what type of team they have, but where do they fall at in the pack? Or will they be the top team? Like, will we see like a lightweight Kansas City fall off, right, and then the Chargers just be the top team in the AFC East? Or, as I mentioned before we got into explaining what we're talking about here, or what if Bo Nix is the real deal, right? We spent a lot of time talking about Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is a dog. He is. He's pretty good. I think Spencer Rattler gave him a run for his money at Oklahoma. We'll talk about that a little later. But, yeah, 100%. Bo Nix, I think, is the quiet storm of those quarterbacks this draft. I'm glad this is recorded. I am. I want y'all to go back and let's listen to this mid-season, or I'm going to have to go back and listen to this mid-season. Boy, if they owing, I don't want to be owing nobody. I don't want to be owing 1, owing 2, owing 3, owing 4, owing 5. We don't want it to be one of those situations. So I do think that Bo Nix might be a quiet storm out of those quarterbacks. Jaden has a good year. They're almost forcing Caleb to have a good year, putting all those weapons around him in Chicago. But you look at the Chargers on the Saints' schedule, they may be a tough team, right? And we'll see exactly how that schedule mixes up times and plays and everything. And then we do have the NFC East active on our schedule, so we will see all of those teams. It really depends. If this is the quote-unquote typical NFC East of the last, let's say, 10 years, oh, boy, I see why we got an easy schedule. But it makes sense. It makes sense. So now you're looking at, 10 games now, right? You're going to play all of the NFC East teams, all of them. You're going to play them all. You're going to play Dallas. You're going to play New York. You're going to play Philadelphia. And you got to see Jaden Daniels. If the NFC East like that division, ooh, man, they might have snugged us a little bit, saying our schedule's that easy. But if what they're predicting is somewhat correct, the NFC South is we could call it the developing division. Because let's take an honest look at Atlanta. I mean, there's no doubt we're playing Atlanta twice, right? Let's take an honest look at Atlanta. You have Kirk Cousins. They just paid him a boatload of money. I mean, they backed up at least 4, maybe 5 Brinks trucks to pay him. Then you leave a Brink truck out there for another quarterback, right? You draft Michael Penix Jr., top dog quarterback in this league. I mean, they got the knocks up against him, right? What's the knocks up against him, Tarek? Oh, he's injury prone. He's played injured. He wears a do-rag when he's working out for the combine. Boy, I'm telling you, that was my indicator that I'm telling you, the only thing he was missing was a cigarette. Like, if he would have had a cigarette, like, hanging from his lip, like, the guy who works on your car, and a do-rag, he had a do-rag on. By the way, shouts out to Delvin, bro. If y'all missed that episode, y'all go to New Orleans Talk Network. They got the full episode, or you could go to my ESPN New Orleans vault and check out the interview. But the funniest piece, if you want to give yourself a quick laugh, like if you're riding and you're calling you at the stop sign real quick, go to my Instagram, @BigFave504, and look at my last post. Check it out. Go to my last post. It's the story about the do-rag. I had a teammate that wore a do-rag every day. Like, he never took the do-rag off. It was funny. Y'all go check that out if y'all get a chance. But, so far it's looking somewhat right in regards to who's going to be who has the easiest schedule. And right now, 2 teams in the NFC South are on as the teams who have the easiest schedule. That's New Orleans, and it's also Atlanta. Like I said, the rest of the games, I told y'all we're going to pretty much finish out with our division games, and we also will finish out with NFC East teams. But I want to go back. I kind of stumbled over a few teams earlier. I skipped over. I wanted to save Vegas for last. I do feel like this will be a good game. It'll be an interesting game for a number of reasons, right? One, Derek Carr played there, right? That's an easy indicator. Two, Dennis Allen coached there, so that's another indicator. But three, that team to me is one of the more progressive teams in the NFL. You hire a young coach, an innovative coach. You hire a brilliant front office. Tons of talent in that front office. You look at how the Raiders played last year, like how they finished the season last year. They fired their head coach, brought Antonio Pierce in as the head coach, which was already on staff. So you make him the interim head coach, and then you do the right thing and you make the hire. You got take it inside the trenches. You have one of the better edge rushers in our league. You have one of the better edge rushers in Max Crosby. I mean, it's a team that now they're in a gambling city now. That's a little different. They're in the city where you got to make sure you stacking that money, boy. That casino it could be tempting. Hey, Terry, I remember one time we had to stay on UFL and have all that money back then. Real quick story before we take a quick break. But the UFL didn't have all that money back then, right? So we stayed in Vegas. We played the Vegas team. We had to play Sacramento, so it didn't make sense to fly all the way back to the East Coast, back to the West Coast. So we just stayed in Vegas. Boy, I had to go ahead and put some staples around my wallet, boy. We were staying in the hotel, the casino. It's crazy. The hotel was the casino. But I do think for the Saints that this year that this is going to be a fun schedule to watch. It's Inside the Trenches, baby. We're live at Small Sliders right here, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Y'all come here from 2 to 5 today. It's National Sliders Day. We will celebrate that here today with free sliders, games, and fun for the family. It's Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans.
Baby, I'm on my way. I'm coming, put in work, yeah. She said, you don't know.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you can contact Joe at Godwyn Realty. Right here in New Orleans, Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get
Well, hello, somebody. Welcome back to the special edition of Inside the Trenches, right here at Small Sliders. It's National Sliders Day, and we're celebrating here at 1635 Barataria Boulevard. Bring out your family, bring out your friends. We're going to have music. DJ Tune will be on the ones and twos. We'll have activity for the kids. We have cornhole toss. We got the footballs out here if y'all want to play a little touch football, dodgeball. I'm ready to challenge y'all on the cornhole toss. I can't wait till my kids get out of school. My wife bring them out here. And, Marlon think he can beat me in that. He can't beat me in that. Marlon Jr., that is. He can't get me in that. Now, my son Contrell, he might get me. I don't know. He pretty accurate with his throwing. And Titan, he going to cheat him. So we're going to have to watch him when he come out here. But you bring your family on out here. Again, that address is 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Y'all come on down here. We're having ourselves a great time. Getting y'all warmed up for the Gus Caddengal show as well. New Orleans Talk Network will be out here streaming the entire event, recording and having fun. Such a great time. Y'all come on and join us. And we'll still be here this Friday as well, 11:30 to 1:30, doing our normal live remotes on Friday. So we just wanted to do this special edition and want you guys to come on down here and enjoy yourself with us 2 to 5 p.m. So shouts out to Small Sliders for sponsoring this segment. So here's what I like. This is what I really appreciate, right? The schedule is set, and we're going international, baby. This year, they're actually playing in Brazil. The boys going down to Brazil. The weather's going to be nice. It's football season, right? So we do expect to see pretty good weather. But, man, the schedule is all set. You have in Brazil, Green Bay's taking on the Eagles. That should be a good game. That's going to be September 6th on Peacock, right? And it's going to be at the Corinthians Arena in Brazil. Then they head on out to London, England. This is going to be October 8th. The Jets take on the Minnesota Vikings. That game, that should be lit, especially if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, right? You'll have a young quarterback and J.J. McCarthy, and then you'll also have a seasoned veteran in Aaron Rodgers. So that game should be pretty cool. It's October 6th game, and that game is played out in London. So it's 2 other games in London as well, back-to-back weekends. The next weekend on October 13th, you have on NFL Network as well, you will have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Chicago Bears. Now, that should be a good matchup. I'm going to tell you for a number of reasons why. You have 2 young, talented quarterbacks. We don't know what type of player Caleb Williams is going to be at that moment, right? But what we do know is Trevor Lawrence, they just lit a flame under his butt because they brought in a first-round draft pick. Not in the draft, in a trade. They traded for Mac Jones. So I think if we look at that with an honest eye, we'll see that that's a good game. But then this is crazy. Jacksonville comes right back the next weekend. So they're going to probably do like I did. They're definitely going to do that. They're going to stay in London for 2 weeks. Jacksonville's going to stay in London for 2 weeks because they have back-to-back games. They didn't play against the Patriots. We just talked about Mac Jones being traded from there. So that should be a good game. How do y'all feel about this? got my crew out here. Shouts out to DJ Platinum. He's in the building as well. Him and DJ Tune. I'm one of the blessed, I'm gonna say very blessed hosts in the city of New Orleans, because I got two excellent DJs that represent here with New Orleans Talk Network. But just thinking about that, just want to get y'all opinion on this, and y'all can call in 800-998-1003. Did you like the pick for the Patriots? Did y'all like Drake May? Was that a good pick for him? I mean, you still had Michael Penix Jr. on the board. They could have went a different direction. Platinum said he liked it. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, again, this game is on the 20th of October, so I'm very interested in seeing how this plays out. And then in Munch, Germany, you have the New York Giants taking on the Carolina Panthers. That's the November 10th game, 9:30 a.m. Early game for us. We're going to have to get up, right, get that word in early. Going to hit church about 6:30, right? Get your praise and worship on. Get that coffee or that beignet, right? Get your coffee beignet, a coffee, a donut, or just some of y'all like to just y'all straight coffee and watch that one. I think it'll be a good matchup. You have Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors is making his way to play a game out in Germany, and then we'll see how that Carolina Panthers team look. We talked about them. So some exciting, should I mention, some exciting matchups for this upcoming international game schedule. Another story I was checking out, y'all. This was on CBS Sports. It was about Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow, right? Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow in that matchup. Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow's, every game that they have ever played has been decided by, hear me out on this one, have been decided by 3 points. It's crazy. Let's go through it. Wow, right? So, 2001, Week 17, the Bengals win 34-31. Now, if y'all remember, this was Jamar Chase's rookie year, and they went to the Super Bowl that year. Like, let me tell you, Kansas City it looked like Patrick Mahomes was losing his touch a little bit. But now Joe Burrow just was fresh in from LSU too, right? So that was Week 17. Then they met up again in 2021 for the AFC title game. And then, of course, the Bengals making their way to the Super Bowl that year. They beat them. Let's guess the score if y'all remember. 27-24, another 3-point difference. I mean, this is an insane stat. It's not just insane from a coincident standpoint, but I thought it was just the fact that you had, I mean, literally, these guys are that good that each time they play, Terry, if you get a chance, I can get that. Each time, appreciate you, my brother. Each time that they played, the difference was between 3 points. 2022. Now the Chiefs lost. Thank you. The Chiefs lost that one too. The score was 27-24. Like, wow, like you can't make this up, like for real. Right? And then the Bengals in the AFC title game, like to go to the show, they lose to the Chiefs that year 23-20, right, in the title game. So these games, the scores are low. These are two quarterbacks that can pop off a 40 burger like that. But in this case, the scores were low. So now it awaits us. Week 2, 2024. Will we see the same thing happen again? Will the score be determined by 3 points again between Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow? So that's the Sunday, September 15th game on CBS and Paramount for all of our sports lovers out there. It's Inside the Trenches, baby. We're here at Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, right here in the lovely city of Marrero. Born and raised in Marrero, baby. Cruising down the street, tricka, real slow. What the fellas be yelling? Marrero. A lot of people hear me say that a lot on here. It's cool because, A, I'm in Marrero. A, I love music. And see, shouts out to MC Thick, the late great MC Thick, who came up with that song, which we've heard Lil Boosie sample. Shouts out to Shia Nut. He did a Marrero 91 song as well. So that's where that comes. That's where that comes from. So y'all can make y'all way on over here, right? Y'all come hang out with us right now. We'll be here for like another 15 minutes, but come back between 2 and 5 p.m. today for National Sliders Day. It'll be a great opportunity, not only for us to, how could I say this, get something to eat, fill our bellies, but have some fun, right? So we got some footballs out here. We got dodgeballs. Dodgeball requires a little activity. You got to move around and dodge. You got to move your body. Hello, right? You got dodgeball. We're going to have that set up. We got cornhole toss. I look forward to that one. In between the breaks, I'm going to definitely do that. Now, Truck, he really loves this. I got to sing a little bit today. I got to do a little singing today because DJ Tune is going to be out here. So I want to. I feel like a way back Wednesday type move, man. So I think I want to sing some songs from the 60s and 70s, like the Temptations and, maybe a little bit of, I don't know, Jackson 5, them notes that's a little high. I don't know about that one. But yeah, y'all come on out. We'll have DJ Tune out in the building. I know today Archbishop Shaw takes on John Eric. That game is at 5:30. I want to say it's a 5:30, 6 o'clock game at Hoss Memphis Stadium. So literally Small Sliders is in between John Eric. Like the John Eric students can pretty much walk over here, right? And Archbishop Shaw is literally down the street. Like if I wanted to kind of burn some calories, I can jog down the Shaw right now. So we right there. So if y'all want to check out, before y'all check out the big time spring matchup between those two high school teams, stop over here and get some sliders on us. It's very easy. All you have to do is go into your Google Play for my Android talkers or go into your Apple Store for my Apple phone users. Type in Small Sliders. After you type in Small Sliders, the app going to pop up. Now, some of y'all might have got all the pictures on your phone or way too many apps. Just every app pop up you download, and you might have to clear some space for this free burger. Hello. Slide on through, right? Clear up the space and on your phone, download the app, come to the Small Sliders window, show one of our wonderful workers over here the app, and they're going to make you up a nice slider. Come on through, bring your family. Everybody can get a slider, right? Or everybody with a cell phone at least. And come have fun. Come eat with us, and enjoy National Sliders Day. We would love to have you. And for real, sincerely, we would love for y'all to come on through. I was hanging out with my crew at Liveline last night. Me and DJ Tune had to do a little rehearsal for the the Woodmere Festival this weekend, May 18th, here at Woodmere Park. And they were discussing the work being done on the bridge. Like that's been a big topic, right? A lot of folks commute back and forth from the West Bank. You either live on the West Bank and have to work, like my wife. She lives on the West Bank. We live on the West Bank, but she has to work on the East Bank. So she's dealing with the traffic. We do late night remotes sometime, right? So during those late night remotes, we deal with the traffic. Like the Chapatoulas Bridge to come back on the West Bank is closed off right now. They're doing the work from that way. So you have to go around to the camp exit and get on. But I saw the article on Instagram last night. NOLA_Central had talked about it, the $20 million Crescent City Connection project to be complete middle of December. And I can't lie to you, the lighting is beautiful, Tarek. It really is.
It is an extraordinary project. I know a lot of folks are frustrated about the traffic fave coming to and from the Crescent City Connection, but it is definitely going to be worth it for the upcoming Super Bowl that's coming up in 2025. The lights will be synced with the Superdome so we can have the exact same look from the Superdome to the Crescent City Connection. It is going to be an extravagant light show right there on the Crescent City Connection. I am so glad the city of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana was able to get that done, Fave. But it's a traffic nightmare right now going on across the Crescent City Connection. The Hewitt P will be y'all alternate. It's pretty, expanded right now. So take the Huey P if you're in a rush. But the
that's what I do.
the CCC will be revitalized real soon, and we'll be very, very proud of what was created out there.
Right. Now, I got a question for you. So, all right, it does look beautiful. It's nice. You see how they have those center blocks kind of blocking it off, the piece where I guess they're working at? Will they kind of make that maybe into like an express lane?
No, we won't have an extra express lane on the bridge. That's for safety protocol so that the workers can have their own lane to move around and put big equipment out there. We won't be getting any extra lanes on the CCC anytime soon.
Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. Well, listen, y'all, let's just bear with it. Mid-December. Now, that's a big ask. Why? They start towards the end of school season, and you end towards it. So it's like the whole school time. It's like they're working on this bridge.
And it's crucial to kind of get it done. They want to get most of it done before hurricane season gets in effect, get all of the heavy items hooked up, and then towards the end, they're just going to be doing a lot of wiring. So they really want to get all of the big stuff hung up before hurricane season.
Well, I mean, that's understandable, and that makes sense. And it's beautiful. If y'all get a chance to, I mean, I know you could Google it, but if you on your Instagram like me, it's NOLA_Central.
And I wanted to say one more thing, Fav. It's definitely going to rival the bridge they have in Miami to South Beach.
Come on, you think we're going to?
I think we're going to be competing with Miami's bridge real soon.
Ooh,
yes.
Now here's the only thing, though, bro. This is the only thing. That beautiful, crystal clear water when you're driving over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Mississippi water won't be able to compete with that pristine water they have out there on South Beach. But we love our bridge, we love our CCC connection, and I believe we'll be able to get some national looks on that bridge real soon.
Well,
look out,
cool.
Miami.
Look out. But no, I like how it's synced. Like you mentioned, it's synced with the Superdome. Like, so you get the whole, that look you seeing coming off. Ooh, say for instance, you're coming from the West Bank, and you see the colors you in, and then that's the color you drive into. It might be worth the wait, y'all. So, hey, I'm gonna say, hey, babe, just bear with it for a little while. You know what I'm saying? We might have to take the little long way sometime, hit that Huey P like Tarek suggested. All right, real quick, we got a little bit more time here. And look, y'all stick around. Y'all don't go anywhere for our normal listeners. The Gus Kattengale show is coming on next. Gus is, boy, he has a lot to talk about this schedule, too. I know he does, and his guest on. And I'll be on Gus Kattengale's show this Friday, 2:15 after we finish here. You can check us out, but y'all stick around for the Gus Kattengale show. So we're on the West Bank. We're in Marrero, so it's only right that I talk about a West Banker, baby. My man Frank Wilson don't do a lot of tweeting and texting and putting out information on his Instagram a lot. Well, he does it a little bit, but it's not like super frequent. Well, he had definitely put on his IG. I'm just going to let this, hold on, there we go. I'm just going to let this do the talking. I had to fix my glass, I ain't got my glasses on. And then he put the emoji with the loudspeaker mouth. So the picture is Brian Thomas, Jaden Daniels, and Malik Neighbors, my Tizo touchdown voice, right? 14.6 million of them M's over the next 4 years, Brian Thomas, he got from Jacksonville. Now, this is Frank's offense, right? You know, this is Frank's a coach on the offense. He's the assistant head coach. Yeah, so he's got a lot to be proud of. You know, help develop these young men. Speaking of development, Jaden Daniels, $37.7 million over the next 4 years, fully guaranteed. And Malik Neighbors, $29.2 million over the next 2 years, 4 years. That's big. That's big money, baby. Coming out of one, that's one room. That's one. So this is LSU. What's the odds of this, right, y'all? This is LSU having a full team offensive meeting, right? And in that full team offensive meeting, you're sitting there telling me that there's, shoot, what that is, a little over $100 million just sitting there, right, in that room. I mean, that speaks volumes about the talent that's here in South Louisiana. It really does. Hey, well, look, we want to thank Small Sliders for having us here do us a quick little deal. And remember, y'all make y'all way right here. Small Sliders, Marrero, 1635 Barataria Boulevard. Y'all make y'all way down here. Y'all come on 2 to 5 p.m. Have your app ready, get you a free slider. Come have fun. We have games out here for the family. Food, very festive. It's Inside the Trenches, right here at Small Sliders on ESPN New Orleans.